Hey folks, welcome to Fresh Produce. I'm Pete from BTI. I want to introduce you to a new brand in the catalog today. It's called MilKit. Now, they're a sealant brand, but they bring a lot more to the table than just new sealant, so I wanted to go over some of the details today. Let's dive right into it. Kind of the heart of the system is, of course, the sealant, but really more importantly, they have a very special tubeless valve that allows some unique mounting and filling properties. So taking a closer look here, it's a regular Presta valve on the outside, of course, going to fit all of our pumps and stuff. But on the back side, that's inside your rim, they've got little rubber flaps that cover over the hole, preventing both air and sealant from going back through the valve. So a couple of reasons for that. The main point is just to kind of keep sealant out of the valve. It's a frustration for a lot of us to get sealant clogging up the valve. You're not able to get enough air in or release air very properly. The valve tends to not work well once it's all clogged up with sealant. The Presta valve has a rod all the way through, so if you have to push a little harder, but it does actually open up that flap on the bottom, so you can still release air pressure if needed. The other important point of this system, once we take out the valve, we've got a more hollow Presta valve. And now let's take a look at the syringe that comes with. With this one, we've got Presta valve tool, put that to the side, and then a couple of different tubes. You can use this piece that has a little closed valve here if you're worried about dripping sealant, but just for simplicity, let's get this thing mounted up with just the tip. So of course we're going to be able to pull sealant out of the bottle really well with this long tip, and then insert it through the valve, kind of keeping sealant away from our Presta valve altogether, and insert it into the tire that way. Another unique piece of this is you can actually, after you've had sealant in your wheel for a few weeks, months, whatever you deem appropriate, actually check the fill volume. You can stick this in with the valve at the bottom of your wheel and pull up to check how much sealant is left and how much sealant is still liquid in there, and then just push it back in or add more in as necessary. So pretty cool, unique system. I think they are bringing something unique to the tubeless setup market. Let's talk about the sealant. There's tons of sealant on the market, of course. This is a very stable sealant, so you don't have to shake it up very much because there's actually microfibers kind of suspended in the sealant itself. That's pretty unique. Also, they're saying that this stuff will stay liquid for 5 years even after the jar is open. So that means it's going to stay more liquid in your tire, stay effective for longer, and the bottle won't go to waste. Another important point, this stuff is CO2 compatible. It's not talked about a whole lot, but some sealants get pretty messed up. They don't work nearly as well after you've used the ultra cold CO2 injector that many of us ride out on the trails with. So this stuff is definitely safe for CO2 use, and it won't change the properties. Okay, so along with the syringe and the sealant, of course, they've got a full kit here: tape, valve, sealant, and syringe. So if you're setting up brand new wheels, that's a great way to go. Valves come in a variety of lengths. We've got some super long there for deep dish rims. And I want to talk about one last piece. If you are having trouble getting your tires to seat, MilKit has produced this little Presta head kind of valve that goes onto basically any bottle, but they give you a bottle with this one, cap included. You can drink out of it if you want. Idea here with the valve, you just add pressure with your regular floor pump until the canister is pressurized. Push it hard onto the Presta valve, and it's going to release the air really fast, giving you a big charge and getting those beads seated up on your tubeless wheels. Then you can go back in and insert the sealant afterwards. So you're basically mounting the tire dry and then adding sealant afterwards. Again, kind of preserving, protecting the valve itself. It's a cool system. If you've had trouble with sealant or with tubeless setups in the past, I think this is a great thing to check out. If you don't like the mess of tubeless, this is another great reason to try out MilKit. If you'd like to try out MilKit on your own bike, make sure you ask at your local bike shop and tell them BTI sent you.